Hi everyone, Stepan here. I have the black pieces in this one. My opponent has a provisional rating, Jaya Fide 3k, okay. Maybe, we will see if he's really that high rated. Come on, just play a move. I've been waiting for the game. Yes, okay. I'm gonna play the Caro-Kann, as always. Let's see what he plays. Okay. Panov. I kind of like playing against the Panov unless they go for the forced endgame line, which I don't like. So if they go knight f3, I may deviate from bishop g4, but we will see what he does. Wow, this I've never seen before, ever. I had no idea bishop e3 was a move. What does bishop e3 do? So if they go bishop g5, you can go bishop e6 because knight f3, knight g5 is not an option. But against bishop e3, knight g5 is still a viable move. So I'm assuming if I go bishop f5, something bad happens. For example, or if bishop g4, then queen b3. So I'm just gonna go e6. Since I don't know the move, this is what I usually do in tournament games. If they deviate from theory, I just play the safest move if I don't see how to punish it directly. So I'm just gonna go e6 and try to develop. Okay. Now I could go e5 straight away, maybe. But I'm just gonna go bishop e7. Again, I'm not familiar with the position, so I'm just going to try to play it safe. Now if they go a3, okay, not a3 yet. If I go a6, do they take on c6? I could go queen c7 for b6, but then b4. And on knight b4, everything is safe. But I could go bishop c6, queen c6, and then b4. What do I think about that position? I like queen c7 in general because it gives me rook d8. It also supports e5. So queen c7 for b6 seems sensible. I could also go knight e4. Knight e4 is interesting. If I go knight e4 and they take, I win a piece with bishop a5. Unless they throw in knight c6. Oh, excuse me, bishop c6. So knight e4, d4, they have to go bishop c6, because if, for example, they can go also knight d2, which prevents queen a5 check. Yeah, so there are two ways to save themselves from that. So okay, let's stick with queen c7, which is sensible, preparing b6 and preventing knight e5, and maybe preparing e5 after rook d8. I have to break the queenside pawn structure, otherwise so if b6 c takes, I think I have to take queen takes. I could go b takes, but then knight a4 sort of threatens rook c1. And if I go e5, then knight d5 after takes. Still, I like b6. I'm gonna go b6. I think that's the principled way to play. Since b4 is not an option yet. Okay. So giving up the bishop pair for b4. Now the threat is b5 and c6, so I have to take. Oh, maybe b5 now. Okay, that I didn't consider. Okay, maybe that. Let's go back just a second. So here, if they go b5, I move my queen and then dc. That was actually interesting. But I can take with the bishop if I leave my queen on c7. Okay. Now I could go knight d7, bishop f6. I just want to prevent knight e5. And if they go bishop f4, I can go bishop f6. I think. Threatening knight takes c5. So that's sensible. I don't want to go bishop a6 first because of not rook e1, but knight e5. Okay, knight d7. My bishop still has a square on a6, so it's not a bad piece. And it could sit comfortably on c4, I think. And since I've prevented knight e5, I don't think I have much to fear. I could also consider bishop b7 for e5, because on d5 I have d4 winning well, not much. If bishop e5, if bishop d4, then knight e5 and I win a piece because I'm threatening queen g2 mate. But I'm gonna have to calculate this. Bishop b7 is interesting, preparing e5. Also bishop f6 is interesting, threatening knight c5. These Panov pawn structures are always very interesting. Still, I'm completely unfamiliar with the move bishop e3. Because I don't understand what it does. Okay. Still wants to play knight e5. So I think bishop f6, my follow-up, is fine here. If they go bishop d6, what do I do? Oh, they could go bishop d6. I don't have a knight c5 straight away. Knight c5, dc5 on bishop f6. They could go anything to a5 to e5. Excuse me. could consider giving up the exchange with bishop f6, bishop d6, bishop b7. I could also consider rook e8, f6. I kind of like that. Because after rook e8, bishop d6 doesn't come with tempo. And I don't think white has a threat for the moment. So okay, I'm just going to play rook e8, trying to play for e5. If knight e5, I'm going to take. I didn't want to play bishop a6 because I'm not sure I want my bishop on a6, and rook f to e1 is a move white definitely wants to play. Okay, so now bishop f6, bishop d6, e5, d5, knight e5. If queen d5, I can throw in knight f3. If knight d5, I can throw in knight f3. And no. Queen d5 I can take. Knight f3 and bishop takes a1. So I think this is a good plan. I'm gonna go bishop f6. I think this works. I think they have to go something into e5 now, although that loses a pawn. I'm threatening to take on c5, and I'm threatening to play e5. Okay, this threatens the exchange, so I think e5 is very sensible here. I could also consider bishop a6. Okay, either bishop a6 or e5. If I go e5, let's say d5. Well, they could actually go knight c7. Okay, so bishop a6 first. My bishop isn't doing much. And if they go knight d6, should I be worried about that? No, I'm just gonna take. Okay, I'm gonna go bishop a6. And now, since maybe I should have gone e5, but I wanted to connect my rooks. Okay, now e5. So e5, d5, knight e5 seems to work. The c5 pawn is going to be weak. Let's just double check. Knight c5, no. So e5, I think they have to take it. Otherwise I take on d4 and take on c5. e5, d5, knight e5, knight e5, bishop e5, bishop e5, rook e5. Threatening queen c5. Okay, I'm going to do it. I think it works. Now there is no more center. We both have two weak pawns on the queen side. I mean, I've achieved one of the main goals in the Panov for black, which is breaking up the queenside pawn structure. Whether in this specific position I'm better or not, I cannot say. I would say c5 is the weakest pawn, but I'm not that sure. Also, if they don't do anything, I can just go knight c4 and grab the pawn on c5, which would be indefensible. If knight d4, I can take on c5 again. I think. Why couldn't I take on c5? Let's try to figure that out. Queen c5, rook c1. Queen c5, knight c7 doesn't work. So queen c5, rook c1. If they move the knight, well, I can also cover with knight c4. I don't see a problem with that, so I'm just gonna take. It's a free pawn. And if rook c1, then knight c4, and I'm preventing bishop e3. I like that. I like that a lot. They don't have bishop d6. Well, they do have bishop d6. They also have knight d6. So should I just move my queen away? What do I do on bishop d6? Also, what do I do on knight d6? On knight d6 I can take on d4. On bishop d6 I can play queen b6, I think. Okay, I'm gonna go knight c4. I like knight c4. It feels like his or her position is quite loose. The only thing I fear is bishop d6. Okay. So, can I go queen c6 now? What's the threat if I go queen c6? He's gonna go knight c7, grabbing the exchange. Aha. Okay, that I didn't see. So can I attack the bishop in any way? Yeah, I didn't think about knight c7. Okay, I'm gonna go queen c6. Because knight c7 is coming anyway, and I have to protect my bishop on a6. And I need to start playing quickly. I have 4 minutes on the clock. Okay, bishop b7. But then they have knight d4 later. I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna go bishop b7. At least this way I feel like my bishop compensates for the exchange. I feel like my bishop is just as good as any rook. Yeah, okay, my position is falling apart. What, I have to go queen b6? I think this is my only move. If I had a pawn on e6, this would be a good position. Since I don't, it's very bad. But we keep fighting. Okay, I'm gonna be preventing queen d7 if I can. His bishop completely dominates my knight. So what's my counterplay? I could try pushing the d-pawn, but that doesn't seem likely. I could try queening my a-pawn, but winning the a4 pawn seems impossible. If I take, takes on e8, rook takes on e8. I could go for that. Okay, I'm gonna go for that because at least I can win a pawn. I'm still preventing queen d7, so rook a1 is not possible because of bishop a1. So a pawn is a pawn. I don't think I can save my pawn unless I go knight b6. So I'm gonna try knight b6. I mean, if I'm gonna... Oh no, knight b6 takes and rook c1. Rook c8, but still prevented. So knight b6, rook e8, queen e8, he doesn't have rook c8. He would have to go bishop e3 first or bishop c7. Okay, so let's try that. I mean, my pawns are my only source of play, so if I give them up, I just lose. Even if this loses the game, I need to try it. And now I'm ready to push d4. It gives up my a7 pawn, but still. Yeah, he does play bishop c7. That's a good move. So threatening bishop b6 and rook e8. So what can I do? For the moment, rook c8 is blocked, so Yeah, but I don't see how I should be controlling the c8 square. I don't think it's possible. So I think I have to decline the rook trade somehow. But I don't see how. So yeah, the threat is just to trade on e8 and play rook c8. I don't think I can prevent that. I don't think there's anything I can do. I could try knight a8, but that seems absurd. Okay, I'm gonna trade on e8 and I'm gonna play h6 to at least give myself... I am gonna lose the pawn, but at least I'm not hanging rook c8. And my queen still controls e8. Can I try queen a5? No, they have rook e8. Okay, I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna go g6. I don't know. The endgame rook versus bishop is not simple at all. I would guess it's a draw, but of course he is the one playing for the win. But for as long as I have an anchored bishop on c5, I don't think it's possible to win that. I could be wrong, but I would guess it's a draw. I think this should be a draw. Because we are going to be trading off these pawns. He doesn't have a way to make progress unless we trade some pawns. The only thing I cannot allow is a double attack on f7. For now, that is. I don't know. I don't have enough experience in these endgames to be able to tell, but if I had to guess, I guess it's a draw. So I just wait. I can just wait. Of course, I would like him to push his pawns to dark squares. So, okay, a pawn trade is good for me. How do I wait? Okay, let's wait like this. Okay, let's wait some more. The king has no way to get to e7 because I always have bishop back to c5. Okay. Let's attack the pawn, I guess. Nah, do I really want to trade those pawns? I think I do. Because if he pushes the pawn, it's over. I just win both of his pawns. I think he has to go back or play... yeah. Okay, let's wait. Can we attack the pawn again? Am I losing anything? Yes, I am. He has rook c6 check. Okay, so let's do it this way. I think I'm safe, but I've been wrong before. At some point he's gonna have to push his pawns. He has no way to win unless he pushes the pawns. Rook versus bishop is a draw if the king is safe. Okay. How does he make progress? I don't think he makes progress that way. So let's wait. He wants to go. I need to prevent f5 now because f6 is a threat. If the king is on e5, that is. Now f6 is not a threat. I think I can just wait and chase the king away if he approaches. Yeah, let's just wait. My idea is if he goes here, I'm gonna check him away. I don't want to take because he takes with the king. I want him to take so that I can take with my king. I cannot allow f6 while the king is on e5. Okay, he still wants to play that, so now I have to take. That much is clear. So now he wants to go rook c7 and then play g6. So what can I do about that? I don't think there's anything I can do about it. The only thing I can do is after rook c7 move my king to the first rank and then check his king away. So if rook c7, king g8, king f6, bishop d5, d4. And if he plays rook d8 first, then I will have to go bishop b4 or bishop a3 to make sure I can check from here or from here. Okay, he still cannot do much, so on rook b7 I can go king g8 and then check him away, so that's fine. I don't know, unless he plays king f6, I don't think he's threatening enough. Okay, now I need to be able to check him here, but he took my diagonal, so I'm gonna have to go bishop c1, I think. I think this is the only move. Yeah, I think this is the only move. Okay, now I need to go back. And now he's going to play king f6. Smart. That was smart. Smart. Very smart. Yeah, I cannot allow king f6. I should rather lose my pawn, I think. I have to prevent king f6. I may actually get to test my second rank defense. Okay, I have to go rook g8. King g8, excuse me. Okay. If he goes king h6, I'm gonna check him away. I don't know, maybe rook versus bishop is his best chance. It's a draw, but this... there is nothing left to do here, I think. If I were him, I would keep trying, but I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know what to suggest for him, honestly. It's very hard to put a bishop into Zugzwang. Okay. Good game. I mean, he could have gone for rook versus bishop. I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously not happy that I blundered, but yeah, okay. Let's have a look at the game. So first let's have a look at that bishop e3 idea. Okay, compared to thousands of games in normal lines, this has been played 15 times. Okay, by people whom I've never heard of. Black should be better. After g6, okay. I played e6, which is still okay. I could have gone for bishop c5. Okay. Seems equal. Queen c7 is a mistake. Knight e4 did work, but I was afraid of knight takes, pawn takes, and then bishop c6, and I couldn't see what to do. Of course, if they play something stupid like, I don't know, knight g1, then I just win. Queen c7 seemed okay to me. They castled, I played b6. b6 is a blunder, okay. Here I was afraid to play bishop f6 first because of bishop d6, and I thought that was very bad. Okay, bishop a6 is correct, e5 is correct, takes. Queen c5 is correct. Where did I go wrong? Knight c4. Yeah, queen c6. I'm actually winning here, even though he wins my exchange. After queen b4. The idea being that after knight c7, I can go knight b2. I think it's knight b2. If here, then knight b2, and I'm on the bishop. This is very, very complicated. So this is clear. but if he just moves the queen away, yeah, I can then take here. Okay, yeah, queen c6 is the blunder. And then bishop b7 losing. Ugh, okay. Yeah, bishop b7 is just dreadful. How did I save this game? Here, when he played bishop c7, I was going to resign. He usually gives bishop c3 as the best move. Okay, I took. Here. And this is winning. Okay. Let's have a look at how the engine would win this. Okay, he played g4, but let's say he does go here. Let's say I just wait. Okay. How does it make progress? I'm just gonna wait, I'm not gonna do anything. Let's try to check him away. Yeah, okay. As soon as f6 happens, I understand that it's losing. So the idea is to push through with f6, but if on f5 I take, yeah, then I'm just gonna lose this pawn. Okay, so g4 was the mistake. He should have gone f4, f5. So my assessment was completely incorrect. And here I'm guessing it's pretty simple to draw. I don't think I messed up at any point. Let's just have a look at this. Yeah. I just need to watch out for g6 while my king is on the 7th rank. Yeah, it was always okay. Yeah, not a good game. My opponent had 1 inaccuracy, 2 mistakes, and I had 93% accuracy with 1 blunder, 1 mistake, and 1 inaccuracy. So it was actually a pretty well played game, but I think it's because of the end game, which took a million moves. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Hope you got something from the video. Stay tuned for more chess. Bye bye.